Hey YouTube, guess what? I'm back. I'm back, and there has been a few changes since you've seen me last. So, well, a few changes have gone on in my life too, but also changes on the channel. So you'll know that you are coming here before, and the channel was called Life at 5.0. It's now called Ten of Cups Tarot because I've been getting so much attention because of the tarot that I decided that I might as well just open up a business and keep moving. So that's what I'm doing. So I thought I would start today. We're going to start today. Today's the 16th of September, by the way, and the readings that I'm doing in the next 4 days will be for the last 2 weeks of September. Just keep in mind, please, that these are general readings. Don't make any huge life decisions based on a general reading. If you're interested in getting a reading based on your energy alone, please look down in the description and you'll find my email address. You can also find it on my page, my about page. So if you would like to know your sun, moon, and rising sign, you can go there to the about page, and there is a link there that I've provided for you. It's important that you know the differences, and it's important that you watch your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and sometimes Jupiter signs as well. So we will talk about that at another time when we have time to make another video. But for today, I want to start with Aries. I've been neglecting you, my friends, and I'm really, really sorry, but I really had to get life in order so I could carry on doing the things that I wanted to do with you and for you. I have been relying heavily on the universe to make all of my decisions, and so far so good. So I can tell you with assurance that if you are leaning on the universe, you are moving in the right direction. So first of all, I just want to introduce my new deck, and the new deck I've got here is Tattoo Tarot. These are beautiful, you guys. They are beautiful. They are illustrated by a tattoo artist. And the pages, or the pictures, the depictions here, look. They are just beautiful. And they really are good energy, like really good energy. So I thought I would start with the Aries. We'll go Aries. And then we'll go through the whole zodiac, right? We'll do that within the next 4 days. Get you guys on your way to having some good energy for the rest of your September. Can you believe it's September already? Okay. So, Archangel Michael, gods and goddesses. Any of my guides and angels that can be present for this reading, please, today, to help me to know what is for the highest good of the collective Aries today. Collective Aries. What is the most important thing that the collective Aries needs to know today? Collective Aries. I thought we'd do it this way, just changing things up a little bit. Rather than you guys just seeing my hands, I thought it might be nice to take a look at you, or you to take a look at me, either way. And we can kind of go through this together, because I really am invested in the good energy that I bring to those that I read for. So I just really want it to be a little more personal, and so that's what we're doing. All right. Clear my mind. Holders of the pure white light, please bless me that I will be able to be a good channel for the collective Aries today. All right, and we start with the two of wands. You're making a decision. Are you coming to a time in your life when you need to make a decision, maybe an important decision, or have you already made the decision? Perhaps that could very well be. Wands are action. So there's going to be some sort of action taking place. You could be at a crossroads trying to decide something, something that's going to impact your life. I don't know, she looks pretty confident though. I think she's got it in the bag. I think she knows that the message that she is receiving from the universe, she or he, messages being received from the universe, looks pretty confident. I think she's got the world in her hands, and I think she is going to be just fine making her decisions. Or the decision that she's already made. Next one is the Chariot. It's coming quick, Aries. So if you've already made that decision, it's time to act on it. If you have not yet made that decision, the universe is pushing you in that direction really closely. This is the Chariot, and you know, driving the Chariot is actually can be the Emperor, and so Aries is the Emperor, correct? Yeah, Aries is a father and the person who runs the empire. So also strong, can keep everything in order, including the animals that are drawing the carriage to wherever it needs to go. So this could quite literally be a vehicle for you that's taking you somewhere, or it could be something that's coming in quickly, because this vehicle is very quick. So a decision being made quickly. What's next? But you can't see everything. When the moon comes up, it's usually because we have some sort of a decision to make, and sometimes it can be a little scary to make that decision, and that's because it isn't fully illuminated, right? You know, you think of the moon sitting in the backyard in the evening, and you see a rabbit going by in the distance. That rabbit, if caught reflected the right way, can look like a monster. So the moon card comes up when there's not enough clarity. You can't see everything in the future. So there's still questions here. There's still questions as to whether you should or whether you shouldn't. You're kind of unsure. Should you or shouldn't you? Should you make that decision? It's gonna have to be done quickly, because these are both major arcana cards here, Aries. And if you don't make the decision, universe will make the decision for you. So you have a decision here. You're at the crossroads. It's time to make the decision. I'm always reminded about Oprah Winfrey, and how she always said that if you don't, how did she say it? She said, if you don't pay attention to the whisper becomes louder. Then it becomes a scream. And then if you don't listen to the scream, it falls in on you. So I'm going to suggest, Aries, that you go ahead and make your own decisions rather than waiting for the universe to do it for you, because the universe is going to do what's always best for you, and you might not be ready for that right now. So next card out. It looks like you're wanting to build a foundation of love. So it looks like you're probably worried about making a decision in love, but you know what? Take the leap. Take the leap. I really feel that it's okay. I think you're going to be fine. The two major arcana cards that are here, one is information coming in quickly, and the other one is not being able to see everything down the road. But you know what? Sometimes that's okay, right? Sometimes it's okay to take the leap and then deal with whatever comes. So this is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is usually holding a firm foundation for some sort of a love relationship. It can also be called the marriage card. And that would be, according to all the cards that I'm looking at here, that would be marriage that has not yet come to pass. It's coming up. Because you have something coming in. Someone is coming in to love you, to give you a gift, to start a new foundation, a new solid foundation with you. The pain is over. It's okay. You're going to be fine. There's nothing happier than these two. Well, maybe, there could be some happier, but this is the firm foundation, right? This is the foundation of stability and love. So, I don't know. My heart says, my intuition says, you're going to be okay. Coming up under the two of Wands is the King of Swords. So you are the King of Swords, Aries. You are also, you can be the Emperor depending on what's going on in your life at this time. But the King of Swords is more about mind over heart, I think. The King of Swords is kind enough, but the King of Swords will make decisions based on what's in his head and not necessarily in his heart, his or hers. Just remember that gender is fluid when it comes to the tarot, so this could be you as male or female. So yeah, this is you, and it sounds like you have something to say and you're coming in as a king. So it sounds like it might be something fairly important. That is coming under, that's coming under this card as I pulled them up. So making a choice, gonna have to speak some words. So it looks like it's time for you to open up a channel of communication with whomever or whatever has been bothering you, whether this is a group of people or one person. Coming up under the Chariot is Temperance. So just make sure that all things you do are in love. Even if it's bad news that you have to deliver to someone, if this conversation that is, that is taking place between you and the person whom you've decided you need to make that conversation with, the person that's coming in quickly, the one that is in love with you, the one that is bringing in a gift of love to start a new foundation, just be sure that you stay in balance for, with all the words that you choose. Just make sure that you stay in balance. Be sure you're in a good headspace. Be sure that, harsh words are not spoken. Words are important, and sometimes they can't be taken back. So just remember, the King of Swords can be harsh and very dry in the delivery. And if that's the way it's got to be, then Aries, you go for it. If that's the way it's got to be. But I'm just, telling you that according to the universe, major arcana, according to the universe, they're asking you to stay in balance and try not to be harsh with your words. Tempering everything that you do in love is probably a good idea, trying to stay in balance. Coming up under the Moon card is the Ace of Swords. And so you're making a decision, or you've made a decision based on this first card that came out here, which is usually the strongest, right? You've made a decision, and now you need to open conversation about it. Unfortunately, when you have this conversation, you're also going to have to cut some things out, whether that be the person you're speaking with or people in your past. Unfortunately, these can be, the clarity is great. Getting the clarity, no matter what happens, no matter what the end result is, the clarity is wonderful, but it usually ends up meaning that you're going to lose somebody along the way. So anyway, good communication. So if you're planning on having communication with this person that you're not really sure, this person or this group, if you're not really sure, and you're having conversation, just be sure that all things you do are tempered by love. That's all. Coming up under the Four of Wands is the Four of Pentacles. And so the Four of Pentacles is indicative of maybe being a little bit closed off. I think you're scared, Aries. I know that you're the Emperor. I know that you're the King of Swords. I know that you're the King of Wands. I know all of that, but I think you're scared. And it's okay. It's okay to be nervous and to be scared. But I always say, and as I always teach my son, it's okay to be afraid. You just got to walk through it. And that's all. And then it won't scare you anymore. So many of us live our lives on the other side of fear. Fear of conversation. Fear of getting in too deep because we're scared we're going to get pushed off the edge, scared of accepting love and just understanding that you're worthy of love. So your heart's a little covered, you're a little bit closed off, and that makes sense because it looks like you probably have gone through the ringer in this last little while. It looks like you're, the fact that there's this Temperance here and it's in between two of these swords tells me that maybe there hasn't been some great conversation going on with you, with a loved one, someone in the family, perhaps. Maybe even a child, if you have children, if you're having problems with kids. But that's okay, because that's it. The pain is over. So once you take the time to make the conversation, to reach out and contact the person, get some clarity. If the person that you need to speak with is in pain, and you're in pain, this is going to end the pain for you. Having this conversation is going to end the pain for you. So please, such a depiction, right? Look, like pain, 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 pain. But it's the end of that pain. And guess what? It's coming up under the new start. Look, it's coming up under the new start, Aries. So if you have been having a hard time lately with anyone, with a family member, with someone that you love, a potential mate, a past mate. It's now time to speak about it. It's okay. You're safe. You're safe to speak about it. The universe is saying in 1, 2, 3 major arcana cards. I think you're covered. So yeah, now is the time to reach out and have that conversation. Next card out is the Seven of Wands. No, sorry, Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is usually about someone who is not being honest with you. So someone who perhaps, someone who's not being honest with you, or I mean, it's a general reading, so it could be you not being honest with someone, but according to all the cards that I see laid down here, this is essentially a love reading. So I have a feeling that somebody has feelings for you that they're not saying. I don't think anyone's trying to steal anything from you. I don't think they're trying to be, trying to wreck your life in any way. I just think that there is somebody here that has feelings for you, or you have feelings for someone, and you're just not saying so. And it's time to do it. It's time to walk away from the things that are not serving you. Walk away from this pain, Aries. It's okay to walk away. You're worth it. It's okay to walk away. It's okay to walk away from things that don't serve you. Look what's in the sky. Spirit's in the sky. So you're being led. You're being led away to something more beautiful. I wouldn't be scared to walk away. Just make sure all your ducks are in a row. But I wouldn't be scared to walk away at this point. Anything that doesn't serve you. And that is relationships, friendships, family, anything, job, anything that is not working in your favor right now. It's giving you stress and anxiety in so much that you had to go through this. So, and it's made you closed off to a possibility, a new possibility of love. So, yeah, time to walk away from what does not serve you any longer. And it doesn't mean you have to close the door and never look back. It just means that you need to take yourself to a better place mentally. And that's okay too. We all need to do that. The Hierophant. I'm telling you, things are looking like there's a new relationship coming. I don't know, Aries, are you leaving somebody else to be with somebody else? What do I have here? I have Taurus. I have, well, lots of emotions. I have Cancer. I have rods. I have conversation. Yeah, it looks like perhaps, interesting. The Ace of Pentacles, which is the new start in love, friendship, work, whatever. The Four of Rods, which is the firm foundation for possible marriage or long relationship coming up. And this, they're all touching each other on the table. So, and they're all boxing in this card. So it looks to me as though if you come clean with whatever you have to say to whomever you have to say, you're going to be all right. And then you're going to be in hermit mode. It sounds like you're not talking to this person. So maybe there's conversation that has to be had and you're not talking to them and they're not talking to you. And there's something going on here and a reason why nobody's talking. But nothing's getting resolved. So nothing's getting resolved and it's time to resolve it. According to the universe, they're asking you to make conversation, to open up a line of communication with whomever or whatever group or job that is no longer serving you, right? And then we've got the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands is usually, depending on the reading, and it looks like in this kind of reading, it's more of an inner struggle. It can be an exterior struggle, but I usually see it come up when it's an interior struggle. So in a struggle within you, should I, shouldn't I? Overthinking, feeling defensive, overthinking, maybe starting little, I call them pot arguments, starting little pots of arguments with people, trying to make your point and trying to figure it out in your own mind. So I think that it's time to stop fighting within. It's time to stop fighting what you already know you should do. And the universe says here clearly that you know what you should do. You should walk away from things that don't serve you. You've already made your choice. You've made your your choice at the crossroads. And even though there's not much clarity, you still want to go forward with the relationship. Oh, sorry, 5. 5 of Pentacles. So being left out in the cold. And that totally makes sense because it came up just after this card. You're having, you know, feelings of anxiety, maybe fighting yourself, not really knowing what you should do next, feeling left out in the cold, like no one's there to help you. I think, though, if you reach out to universe, you're going to find that support. And then in comes the Queen of Pentacles. It could be the Queen or the King. This is the card of Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And so it could be an earth sign, doesn't need to be, but could be an earth sign that you want to speak with. This person, though, is the Queen of Pentacles. So this person knows her worth. She is good with her money, or she or he is good with her money or his money, and they know their worth. So maybe that's what's making you nervous. And it makes sense, right? It seems, though, through here as I'm looking, that you're maybe hiding some emotion. Yeah, that could very well be. And I think, you know, you have to have a hard conversation with that person. So that could very well be why. But the Queen of Pentacles is here. She is on the table. She is on the table. And then someone who's single. So I've just ratted you out now. So this is the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles is usually someone who's single. Maybe you're single. Maybe you're recently single. Maybe the person that you are thinking about building the foundation with is single as well. So the 9 of Pentacles is, you know, everybody's looking at you, Aries. You got it all. You are shining when you walk in the room, and everybody's looking at you thinking, I need me some Aries. Whether you're female or male, this is you. You're looking great. You are killing it at work. You're killing it socially. And yeah, it looks like somebody wants to come offer you a new foundation. But it's confusing. And it's so confusing because of everything that you've had going on in the past, right? You don't know what to walk away with. You're not sure, or what to walk away from. You're not really sure whether you should. It looks like you're very undecided as to whether you will or whether you won't. However, based on what I'm seeing here and what the universe is telling us, Aries, is that if you make that decision, it is a safe decision. If you decide not to, that's fine too. You can always stay single. I mean, that's a thing too. You don't always have to get into a new relationship, Aries. This is a thing. This is the healing time. If you're just out of a new relationship, this is, you know, getting yourself in order, getting your head in order, your heart in order, you know, your health in order. And it's okay to do that too. You don't always have to be running off to another relationship. This could be why you're worried about this conversation. Maybe the person who's been waiting, or maybe not even waiting, maybe the person doesn't even know. If the person has been waiting, it could be a conversation of, you know what, I just want to be single. And that's okay too. That's okay. It can be confusing. It can be confusing as to what to do next if you've been in a relationship, whether it's short or whether it's long. Not really sure what to do. It's confusing. Last card coming out, Aries. Wow. The World. The World means that you are going to be closing an old chapter and opening up a new one. So it seems that the universe has ratted you out, and it looks like you are closing an old chapter. So whether this be a chapter at work, with a friend, a relationship, when the World card comes up, it's not to be taken lightly. Only because the World card is telling you that life as you know it is about to change. It's not like flipping a page and keep writing a new chapter. It's like throwing away the book and starting it brand new again. So there is about to be a closure in your life. Yeah. Something's about to end. I think you've been holding the door open and something's about to end. So go ahead and do that. The thing is if you don't, this is a major arcana card and that door is going to be closed on you if you end up not closing the door yourself. So I hope that this is positive. It doesn't feel negative to me. It feels as though you're transitioning, that you're learning. There's a lot of learning here. The Hierophant is here. The Hermit is here as well. And the Hierophant and the Hermit are all about, teaching and learning. So you go inward to speak with the universe. And the Hierophant is the person who can give you the knowledge that you need to do that. So yeah, last card out, people, is the World card. So congratulations, you're starting a new chapter, whether you want to or not. It's really not up to you at this point. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to ask Spirit if there is any other messages that you need to know. And I think I'm going to do this. I got this new deck. And I have to be honest, I am a bit of an addict. I'm a bit of a deck addict. And then I saw somebody using these, and I don't remember who it was. Oh, it was probably many of the ones that I love, like Salvadoria, for sure. I saw him using these. And two more, Truth Tarot and one other. Anyway, so I love them. The depictions on them are beautiful. I don't know them very well, so I might have to whip out the book on you, but I'm going to ask if there's any other really relevant information that our collective Aries need to know about what is going on in this spread here. Is there any other information for Aries, please? Spirit, any other information that we need to know for Aries? Ready? Nah. All that glitters. So all that glitters is not necessarily gold, but sometimes it is. It's up to you to find out whether it is or whether it isn't. And I do believe that that was what I came across, number 16. I just don't want to miss anything for you because it's important that you get all the information that you need. 14 and 16. Yep, you need to see beyond the superficial. It's time to get down to brass tacks. It's time to stop worrying about keeping up with the Joneses and what everyone else is thinking and who everyone else is thinking about or talking about. Sometimes things that are not for you can be disguised as things that are glittering like gold. And sometimes it's just the sun shining on it, right? It's human nature to want to have a pretty picture in life, but the fact is that all that glitters is not gold. So just be careful when you're making your decisions. Sometimes we become something that we're not. Sometimes we end up getting ourselves into situations that don't serve us, and then we feel too guilty to back our way out of it. So what else is it saying here? Yeah, it says it's a signal to walk away from what you're contemplating. Walking away from things that don't serve you, Aries. And it's saying that pursuing it will only bring about a difficult situation if you let it go. So if you don't find out if this really is gold and decide to remove it if it's not, then things can fall in on you, right? This is happening regardless of whether you want it to happen or not. This is happening. And by the way, we have 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. We have 5 major arcana here. Keep yourself in balance. Closing yourself off from someone or going within to find an answer. Something is starting for you and coming to a close at the same time. This is happening quickly, and it has to do with relationships. So, Aries, if this is your reading, if if it does resonate with you, I'm hoping that it has given you a little bit more clarity on what you need to do going forward. If it is not your reading, please don't try and make it fit. It's not going to be everybody's reading. It can't possibly be everybody's reading. So if this is not for you, then I would say look up your moon and rising sign. Like I said, there is a link on my about page where you can go and just click on the link, put in your information. Doesn't matter if you know what time you're born, just use 12 midnight and it will tell you what your sun, moon, and rising sign are. Your sun sign is one way to, that's your soul. Your sun is one way to find out what's going on. But I find that for me, I am a Taurus sun, but I am a Sagittarius rising. And I find that the Sagittarius readings, they resonate way more with me. And I'm also a Pisces moon. And the Pisces moon readings are also way more detailed for me and very much about what's going on with me right now. So do that if this didn't resonate with you. And I just hope everything's going to be good with you. Just, move through life, listen to the universe. Please ask questions, meditate, do the things that you need to do in order to keep your mental health in check. And when you keep all things tempered, you're going to be fine. Okay? So it was nice to see you again, Aries, and we will see you again just before October starts for our October readings. All right? See ya. Bye-bye.